Frank Pangello there. Today is World Autism Awareness Day, and a remarkable young Perth man with severe autism has every reason to celebrate. Asher Gregory has defied the odds to become one of WA's brightest students, and yesterday he marked another milestone, turning 18.
This is a story that should inspire all students.
I just think that Asher had these qualities that were hidden and that they had to come out.
You know, against all odds, I came through.
He may sound like a highly trained guitarist, but Asher Gregory is self-taught.
Well, look, I had a little bit of help on the way. I can't do it all on my own.
Asher's also an award-winning student, one of WA's best and brightest. So, this is the award room.
Yes. This is my trophy wall of all my awards that I've got over, the year 11 and year 12.
A recipient of a Curriculum Council Award for Excellence and a former student counsellor. And you also have a medal somewhere as well, you were telling me about.
I actually have a medal right here. And this is for the School Courses Award.
Not bad for a boy who was told by doctors there was only a 1% chance he'd ever live a normal life.
Look at me now.
Though he may look like any other 18-year-old, Asher has autism, a lifelong developmental disability that affects 1 in 110 children, 1 in 70 boys.
It has been a long journey. It definitely has been a long journey.
We first met Asher when he was 4 years old. He lived in a world of his own, unable to speak or play with other children.
You could walk behind Ash with a couple of books and smash them together and he wouldn't flinch. So he was there in form, but not in mind.
So his autism was severe?
Yes, he was diagnosed within the spectrum of severe autism.
Stand up.
Asher's parents searched the world for help, discovering an American method for treating autism called applied behaviour analysis.
ABA, in a nutshell, is nothing more than getting a child to do something, and as soon as that child does it, reinforcing that behaviour. Can you go over?
Students at Perth's Murdoch University who'd been researching ABA became Asher's therapists.
Look at me. Asher, look at me, you're working for Trains.
Autistic children need to be taught everything that comes naturally to most other children, such as simply looking at someone when they're talking.
Look at me. Asher, how do I feel?
To sitting still and identifying emotions.
And such a simple thing as getting the child to clap his hands. He would scream, he'd scream and scream. And then finally, when he clapped his hands, he got the reward.
What's that?
Mouth.
Mouth. What's that?
Car.
As a child, Asher endured 30 to 40 hours a week of this intensive training, a teaching method Asher's dad, Keith, uses even today.
The ABA never stops. It never stops. You keep on reinforcing.
And it's paying off.
As much effort as we put in, he's returned the effort. And as much effort that we put into his schoolwork, Shenton College returned that effort.
Good morning, class. Good morning, Miss Pratt. I have a special visitor who has returned to the school.
Hey, how you doing? Lovely to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you again.
Fantastic on your results. You must be so proud of yourself.
He's a wonderful young man, and to see the journey he's been on is something that should be celebrated.
Mike Morgan is principal of Shenton College. Deb Pratt, one of Asher's favourite teachers.
This is Asher Gregory, and Asher was doing exactly the same course that what you're doing now, and he achieved an A in this course, as well as getting a certificate of commendation.
The former student graduating with 13 A's and a couple of B's.
If everybody's on board and everybody's going in the same direction, it really does work. And Asher's proof of that.
Asher's success offering new hope to other parents whose lives revolve around their autistic children.
It's been an incredible story of hope, and it's given us all a massive boost to keep doing what we do every day.
Mandy Mason is the mother of an autistic daughter. She's also the Chief Executive Officer and founder of Learn, a centre that specialises in ABA therapy.
And I thought it was very important that services be provided under one roof where parents had a community of support and it was a hub for learning.
You show me dress. Well done, good boy.
The centre currently caters for 100 students. Each child visits for at least 8 hours a week.
The research shows that 47% of children who get intensive ABA in the early years of their lives, the 47% chance that that child will be able to be successful as an adult in the mainstream environment.
Behavioural psychologist Dr Chana Mintz is the centre's clinical director and says early intervention is critical.
That's a lot easier to revert than when a child has had patterns of learning or patterns of not attending to their environment for 4 or 5 years.
But such intensive therapy doesn't come cheap.
30 to 40 hours a week can be $100,000 a year. And research says you need that for 2 to 3 years. There's a lot of pressure on families to be able to pay for therapy.
13 West Australian families are currently on Learn's waitlist. Mandy would like the government to contribute more funds so her centre can meet the demand.
Particularly for a parent of a child with autism, to turn away parents that are begging for services, it's heartbreaking.
Mandy's confident some of her young students could achieve the same success as Asher. He's now studying sound engineering and dreams of touring with a rock band.
And maybe in 20 years, I might even have my own band.
You aim for the moon, you aim for the stars, and you may get your own little star that we think we've got.
Asher speaking at the Learn Foundation for Autism this Wednesday, giving parents of autistic children a chance to ask him questions. There's more on our website.